down to NIP to outstrat them essentially with the likes of Threat helping them in that respect. But he won't be on the server with them shooting at the very least. Otherwise, they'll probably have an M249, but not on the pistol round. They're going straight into the B bomb side for Teams Into the Pajamas with some flashbang support. But look at this rotation. Not even stepped foot on the site yet, and there's already 4 people here for VİRTUS.PRO.
Oh yeah, the stack was good, but NIP dismantled it. I was also having a look at like the recent history as to how these teams have been doing. VİRTUS.PRO 12 out of 14 possible wins going back like the last kind of, you know, I'm thinking, wow, what's the month that comes before December?
November.
There we go, November, right? Wow. Sweet, yeah, dude, going back to there.
You're killing it right now.
Get this man a coffee.
And then also, you know, then you got NIP who went 2-8, going back like the same distance. So, you know, VP better history, and that includes obviously amongst all that is Flashpoint, which they did really fucking well at. So yeah, you know, things are looking good. NIP locking in a pistol at least and getting off to a good start. Creeping up ramp, that flash is great just to get them the opener. It's Kicker and his Deagle in with the first. He even gets the AK out of there. I don't know how he's managed to get away with that. There are still 2 players here down towards ramp, but now an AK retrieved and a 5-on-3 given over. VİRTUS.PRO looking to go for the steal.
We've got Sapphire mashing the keyboard for this series as well, bringing you all the good glory.
G Money, G Unit, the girl herself.
Doing the visuals. Oh, jaCkz, second click of the round. Somehow, someway, this is a 5-on-2 within seconds. I don't really know. NIP have been swept on this A site, setting up very slowly behind the ramp. And jaCkz, he's just on a mad one right now. I think we're going to have one hell of a tournament out of him if we, you know, judge from what we've seen from the group stage so far. And maybe a flawless force for VP, unless Naught can do something dirty. He's already been flanked though, and Jame will clean it up. AKs galore for VP, and they're rich.
Oh, that's a statement from VİRTUS.PRO in that second round. So the third round, and VP have got 2 AKs and a Galil. Not too shabby a situation for them. Of course, Sanji will still be SMG tier with the UMP. Not normally what we see him wielding.
More of an MP9 kind of guy.
MP9, Mac 10 all day. I've covered my Mac 10 discotheque and Sanji stickers.
Nice.
It's only fair.
We've started seeing the UMP make more and more, you know, waves in the game though. I think Glaive has been a player that's really been using it in like every single anti-eco and kind of deadly accurate as well. It's pretty cheap. Can get the job done. And nothing wrong with that $600 bonus. Right now, VP are just trying to kill NIP and they're not even giving them a leg, hiding in under. Twist coming out top mid. Jame flashed up through. Oh, and he's got the hunt as well. NIP going to be forced to go into the B bomb site. Buster to deny a plant at least. That's all he needs to accomplish here.
Oh, but look at them, man. They're all around him. Just staying alive is enough at this point for Buster. And he's doing even more than that. A lot of damage as he's brought it down. Well, you know, I was going to say to a good spot. Traded after 1, but there's the mop up. And that's nice. It's clean. It's looking good. VP, 3 alive. Defuse to come through. And a second on the board. And, you know, you get the bomb down there. You'll take that if you're NIP. But it's not going to put you any closer to purchasing here. Instead, probably just going to be some pistols from the players with that extra cash injection.
Yeah, the UMP was somewhat abandoned when that damage fall-off came in. You know, the UMP is the upgrade to the MP5. People might think MP7 because of the numerical sequence, but no. The UMP 45 is an upgraded MP5 with the folding stock and other such pieces.
It's very sad how bad the MP5 SD is in this game, right? You know, it used to be so much fun, James, but I don't know, they kind of killed it. Oh, Hampus is killing it. Sanji getting deeged out of the round.
God.
Buster will fall as well. That is filthy.
There's been a lot of deagle kills in these here rounds at the beginning of Mirage, which at least shows that everybody's come to play. Seeing plenty of sharp headshots delivered. VİRTUS.PRO now have a decision to make, but perhaps it'll be made for them by the likes of Twist, maybe not.
Yeah, one player feeding there is fine. A second one will be a problem. Plopsky left the ramp though to go back towards top middle, and I think VP had already decided the second that they lost 2 players, they didn't really seem to be moving out of the A bomb site. So killing the lurker, but nothing else. So 2-2. The Deegs are back, and that was a full, well, not a full eco, but just a deco for NIP. No armor, no nades, and Hampus just goes crazy. So leading from the front as the in-game leader, you do love to see it, and NIP are back on the board. Now they're going to be rich.
Well, window's been smoked off pretty damn quickly. PDQ. I do wonder if all the players are using the newer smoke, which goes into the middle of the window, so you can't thwart it with a Molotov. Jame and Buster with the AWPs. Jame on his last leg, though, 10 HP. Oh, that smoke hasn't gone where he wanted it to. He knows he's exposed potentially with this gap. Playing on the other side of it, actually. It may yield him a kill. Indeed, it will. He can dart, dropping Hampus from the bottom. That'll give more confidence around that window position. Grenade towards the top of the boxes. Sometimes with the short smoke up, you may see a CT molly deployed top boxes to try and hold some map control. NIP positioned to maybe do something towards the B bomb site.
Yeah, we've seen some big entries there from Hampus, but that is the one man dead for NIP. Jame on the site with the orb as well. Oh, he's so low, but he nails the headshot first bullet. Repositions for a second fight, and jaCkz has killed some. In the meantime, Jame with another, and this round looks done. Dead, locked up, locked in, maybe, but Jame doesn't take the final shot. He definitely could have had that kill. The second orb will instead. VP running double orb just early into this game and having great success with it. Flawless round. This is so back and forth right now. From pistols to eco wins to eco wins back the other way, and now VP, they break NIP's money once more. They wanted to be cheeky. nawwk could buy whatever his wildest dreams contain. He could buy an AWP into what will be probably P250s and Glocks, but more likely to drop Deagles or buy a hero AK. They really don't have a lot on the rest.
Guess there's a timeout at present. Smangles from Jame with his 10 HP. So, very back and forth affair at the beginning of Mirage. 3 for 2 in favor of VİRTUS.PRO. nawwk with the hero AK-47. I mean, the AWP, excuse me. Twist has the AK-47. I was looking at the gun as I have said that. A lot of utility here, though, for ninjas in pajamas. So if there is a play to be had through the smoke, jaCkz will look to block players. They would be stuck in the smoke as he makes the play. The re-smoke will be telling. Got to be... Well, they don't have the rifles to spray here. Otherwise, he might be in more trouble, but also that would give their position away. Now, he knows he's shown presence, which is why he'll change things up as well. Could be pushed from either side of that smoke. 1 minute, really being patient here, ninjas in pajamas. CeRq's very alone on this A bomb site as well. Everybody else wondering about B. No aggressive positions for VP apart from CeRq. Surely this rifle's going to get lost. Indeed, it will be lost immediately.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward now for VP. You do have this big flank from jaCkz coming in, and jaCkz, in the meantime,
Do it.
over towards jungle has snuffed one more out, but it is this wrap from jaCkz that could do it all. And somehow, you know, VP, things weren't looking good in the beginning of this round. They end up stumbling back to their feet, and they end up locking it in with 3 still alive. So that's sick, man, to get away with that. You know, especially when you lose the first man so early in the round. You know, everyone else, as you highlighted, I think it was you, James, you mentioned how they were all over towards B. It's like, you know, all the rotates were a pretty good while away, a pretty good distance away. But the immediate call for the wrap from jaCkz, the fact that everyone rotates as soon as that first bit of contact comes in and one of the orbs is there early. Nice stuff from VP.
Oh, they're back to the mid control as well. The CT's moving up. jaCkz with a AUG. They're going to get caught boosting. Oh, does a run boost come out? Does he peek into the double? The lock. Oh, there's a spot. Now the boost. Ooh, it's pretty weak. And jaCkz, he's done so much damage, but he can't convert kills. Only 1. Buster's up on Cat with the AWP. They grab the AWP in mid, but that nade from Sanchi, dunking down Plopsky. Still more players to pick it up and throw it around, but every time it gets picked up, they get put down. It's a cursed AUG. CeRq doesn't know that Rez is in the window, but at least he has his eyes on the prize. Nice stuff. Only nawwk left.
Those avant-garde stickers are pretty awesome, by the way. You can see on CeRq's rifle, especially on Asimov-esque skin. The foil one is quite a touch. And you can put 3/7s on, make it lucky, right? Very underrated. Well, that's all the information that VİRTUS.PRO needed. Thanks to the Molly. James got $13,000.
Yeah.
That needs to be noted.
Big cash. Big money, James. Off to the club. But he won't spend a penny. He's saving everything he's got. The AWP, the cash. Dropping another one over, though. And we've got the full guns. We've still got the double AWP from Buster as well. Still on the catwalk. NIP go back to A out of spawn. Hampus working middle. Again, only kick it under the balcony, but last time was not a problem for VP having a weak A hold. CeRq in a great position to get multiple kills. 3 in the palace. They're going to walk through smoke. If they go through this, oh, he sees the barrel. That's a free B, and it's a double as well. Bomb goes flying towards him. He mollies it. The AWP could take a blind shot, but jaCkz picks up the ramp player instead, and Hampus is too late to the party.
All because of the barrel of a gun poking out that smoke. It's very unfortunate for ninjas in pajamas. And again, considering how much money VİRTUS.PRO have, just look at it. It's out of control. They're gonna need a good 2-3 rounds to break VİRTUS.PRO. This is a really bad start now to Mirage for ninjas in pajamas. There's the man himself. He's the most underrated pro in the game, 100%. My opinion is facts.
Yeah, what makes you say that, James? I'm curious.
Because of the, like, what they do with him by design in terms of the tools he uses, playing short with MP9 and so on. Rather than it be like, oh crap, I guess I better make do with this. It's kind of like part of their toolkit.
Yeah.
And the way he's utilized swinging out of boiler with a Mac 10 with pop flashes and so on. Very difficult, thankless task, which might not allow you to light up the scoreboard every time, but it plays a very important part in the system that VİRTUS.PRO have. He's got the dirty jobs, you know.
Yeah.
He's got the overalls on.
I
mean, you know, we used to know jaCkz as well, like, at least Hugo and I did, about how, like, VP are one of the only teams out there with, like, a dedicated SMG player, right? But it's like, I guess it's because for a lot of the kind of things where it's all about creating space for your team and allowing, you know, providing the money and stuff.
Yeah, it's fine.
CeRq gladly takes those up. And like you say, it's not just making do, right? That's like where he's comfortable, which is actually really cool. So look, we got these pistols out for. Yeah, go on.
I was actually going to say, just relates to this topic, Sanji is one of the top 5 headshot percentage players of all time. I'm pretty sure he's up there. So definitely something to keep in mind. Like with SMGs, I imagine as well. That's kind of crazy. Obviously, those double dinks are delicious, but to be consistent, that's pretty damn good. But let's see. Those pistols, Harry, they're here.
Well, these are pretty dry rounds for now, but again, they really must do some damage. Ninjas in pajamas. James threatening to have maximum money. 30 seconds, and you can see VİRTUS.PRO starting to become a little more passive. A bit awkward to be passive though from JaCkz's position, so he'll have a little help, but generally speaking, NIP are... Oh, okay, well that's come from nowhere. They've lost the bomb though, which means that they could lose by timeout unless they get back to that bomb soon. However, things have become expensive. They've done $18,000 in damage. Things have turned around dramatically. But
Yeah,
this is not going to get planted. No, they will be denied. They'll all die after, before the time runs out at the very least. I was starting to wonder. So, on on one side for a viewer, that round's pretty boring, but there's a definite purpose to it for NIP to take money away, and they certainly did that.
Yeah, James saves VP there, right? Obviously, Kicker does mop him up from the CT spawn, but James staying alive in the market. If Kicker dies there to the nade, and there's a chance to NIP to win the round just off of kills with seconds remaining, but James is too far away, so his passive positioning actually nailing one for VP, and he'll pick up the first as well. That max money is around the corner. He keeps dropping guns like a good teammate, though, knowing that eventually his money will be thrown into the void. May as well make something of it. Plopsky hunting him. That's a good kill. 3 on 3 now. Mid controlled almost, although they don't know. Solo B player in Sanji, and a T lurking behind the apartment smoke as well, so got to be very careful.
Again, noise is cut. Smoke is deployed in the window. Bomb maybe collected by nawwk soon.
Uh-oh.
Very useful molly on the end of the balcony. And Sanji hasn't seen the bomb. This could be a lurk for all they know. No other footsteps near to us, but we can see the rotation as Buster is spotted towards B. That's dangerous for the bomb to move around with. Plopsky trying to clear the A bomb site. Kika playing defensively now. Playing for the round win. Surely he's got some sound cues on the A bomb site.
Oh, it's for him as well. Kicker. He's playing the retake. It's the last thing they'll expect. They've been given so much room. CT plant. Orb is coming through connector. nawwk and Plopsky posted in the spawn, playing very deep. They have the bomb for their favor. They know their back is covered, and this is now a really good position for NIP. Double nades for VP. Will they make anything of that utility? They know where NIP likely are trapped, and Kicker just patiently waiting for a peek from nawwk. He gets it. Plopsky in a 1v2 time to his favor. If he can get one kill back out, that's massive, and he's done it. It's the round for NIP. No way to trade. He's got to stick the bomb, and Plopsky running it with a Glock. Oh, Buster gets the kill, but there is no time. I definitely feel like Kicker could have jumped the gun there and gone out.
And challenged the ramp, right?
The plant. I don't know if he didn't hear it. Maybe there were comms going. Maybe he just wanted to play it safe, but they really took some time on that retake.
Well, there's still more money for NIP to clear out as they rack up some rounds here to make their lives easier later on. James, jaCkz and Kika all with 11 frags apiece. There's the molly into the window expecting the smoke, and the smoke actually misses entirely. There was a round a long time ago where the smoke was missed deliberately, but I forget what the full strat was. I think normally it's just a sheer mistake. Rez and Plopsky dead early. And again, if anybody's watching this back, there is a smoke which you can throw Where even if there's a molly, window is still smoked cleanly, no gaps. Not done from the bin side, but the other side of spawn. So for now, there's a full versus free for versus pro. We could see there's some high ground for NIP towards that B bomb site. But what is Hampus's role in this? He's top mid at the moment. I think he's just smoked top connector. Indeed, he has.
Oh, he found another.
That could be so useful for him. Could attract attention towards mid because there's dry peaks in B-apps in the meantime. Twist peeking without the bomb. Now they start to wonder. Hampus is trying to creep up. Superior angle. Buster closer to the corner of contention. Keeps Hampus alive. Oh boy, James is fast with that AWP. 24 seconds for Hampus now. 1 versus 3. And James ready for him as well.
Honestly, he's got to be one of the fastest AWPers in the game right now. This guy's so quick. 13-2. And man, how do you get past this double AWP, right? Buster holding contact in apartments. He is traded, but James coming in and denying the plant. nawwk needed to go for it, but he's clearing so many spots. James doubles down. 8-3 for VP. It's NIP's map pick as well. So not the start they had in mind.
I think VP might be my favorite to win this event, man.
Yeah.
Like they have just been so good, and like it's quite a cool recovery story as well, because I just can't get over the last time you and me got to cast these guys, right? And the storyline going into that is someone will be getting kicked. And now they're looking really, really sick. Kind of scary as well. Still feels like they've got even more to give. NIP this round, they're getting churned up over at the B bomb site. 3 players here for VP, a lock in 4 actually, and they get that one flawlessly. So money made now as well.
That looked like a lineup for Sanjay. I don't know if it was just thrown on the fly, but he threw the taco smoke towards bench that you often just drop to cover, you know, the cross here and just play in the corner. He does, but you'll notice there's a gap on the bottom right side that he uses. So that's why it looks like purpose, right? Twist gets a shot through it, but Sanjay can see feet, and that's very favorable for him. So nice little way of changing the game a little bit. The expectation is that smoke is full and you can cross to the site, but Sanjay does not let you do so. And now he has an AK. He's not even running SMGs. That's not fair for NIP. That's just not allowed. So, yeah,
that's a quite interesting note on the smoke. I'm gonna have to try that myself. Generally, that smoke it'll give the CT some cover to rotate into the site from market door. But that's certainly a more lethal way to use it. Both teams fighting for connector. There's a smoke on either side, but JaCkz the one who's creeping. Speaking of creeping, we can see NIP moving around the smoke. They say hello to each other. Sanjay gets more than a hello, and that gives NIP a man advantage at the minute mark. The bomb rotating out of B-apps towards A, where Twist is on the ramp. I expect the bomb will join him. It looks like a split will be attempted. Kika traded after a nice shot onto Plopsky. Rez could be in trouble. He has nawwk for support, but not expecting Buster's angle. The trades, though, keep going in favor of NIP.
Oh, they've done well to turn this into what it is now. They're pressuring the man over here in jungle. They're not going to overextend. It is James after all. James actually looking like you. Yeah, I was going to say, what are we witnessing? That's a little out of character as he's peering in the 1v3. And then he realizes, wait, hang on. I have this whole gig that I'm meant to do, this whole thing. They
already know they're so ready, they're under. TikTok, it's James time, baby. He's dropped his AWP. Is he going to go back for it, assuming he doesn't die, or is there another one around?
He's going to go back for it.
Yeah, this is kind of like mega brain here for James. He knows he has time to get it, but he might get caught in movement. Oh dear! Right out the apartment, and he... Oh, okay. No. Well, so he doesn't get the AWP. Kind of... I like the idea, but the fight comes in at the last second. Sort of unnecessary, right?
Really didn't want them to have it.
I love how you were just calling it mega brain on the build-up.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to pick it back up, right? That's like part of the game, right? You know, that's not on me. It's Mega Brain until you don't pick up the AWP.
Normally you see something like that if, say, T's are on the A bomb site and they want to see someone is in Palace. The sniper might drop his AWP outside and run in with the sidearm.
Yeah.
So nothing of value is lost.
Yeah. Well, at least they're rich, right?
Yeah. I really didn't want them to... Maybe it's a sign of respect. I would rather potentially almost save my AWP than let you have it.
Yeah, and
Or maybe it's just petty. Maybe he's just like really petty.
Hey, it works. NIP haven't had an AWP this T side other than that one round that nawwk had an AWP into an eco.
Twist has gotten out and they don't know. And they're like, but
take nothing for granted.
Mate, Kicker's bonkers. When this guy was in Tengri, the old days, all the attention was on Buster because of his D. Because, man, this guy is such a young talent, and it's so great seeing this whole team still succeed. And Kicker looks so good on this A site right now. 4-on-3.
Well, thanks for playing, Hampus. See you next week.
Oh, it's bullying.
That is unreal, man. He tries to get out through the smoke. It's all left onto Rez. Tagged by the AWP the first time around. And they don't flush him out. So 10 on the board for VP. Looking real clean right now. Really nice from this VP squad. And for NIP, well, you know, I hate to break it to you, but they are going to be onto like this kind of weird... Few AKs purchased up, couple of players on Deagles, not really the buy that you want to try and get 5 rounds in the last of the half.
So do you think Kicker spotted Twist or someone commed it? Because he's
I've got no idea because he swung that, but like man,
he like swung it.
Need the player we're aware.
Like he just knows he has no angle on Sandwich, so he can't assume it's clear. You know, the man's a professional.
Exactly.
Makes no assumptions.
He's got a license to chill. And hide him behind default, waiting for NIP to come his way. That might be the same case in this round. NIP, there's not really been a lot to rely on and go like, yeah, that works, you know? Top con smoke for Rez. Bomb is leaving the A site. It was looking like an A take, but no longer. Double short setup from Buster and Sanji. Could they even boost at this point? Do they even need to? Last round of the half, and NIP throwing themselves into the waiting arms of these bears.
It's not advisable. I went to a zoo in Tallinn once, and there was a polar bear and a grizzly bear just sitting in basically prison cages.
Oof.
Oh. Rez and Plopsky remain. Sanji trying to hold on to the bomb site. It'll be a 3 versus 2 retake. Yekindar makes his way beyond the molly, back into it again. Plopsky creeping through, looking to win this final round now. It's a very good angle for him. They're lining up as well. It's a 3-man spray down for Plopsky. Not too shabby a way to end the first half. 5 rounds for Ninjas in Pajamas as they move to the CT side. Who takes the pistol? Find out after the break. I know people, I'll get you Overwatch banned, no worry. Oh,
it's all I really want, man. I look at it like a mark of honor. You know, if you get Overwatch banned, but you ain't, there's nothing wrong with you, and people just think you that good, that's a badge of honor.
You get reported most games we play, Harry. The enemies are usually pretty vocal about that.
Normally, because they're kind of bad, you know. Like that's the key to it all, really. Privilege that you don't get if you found yourself in this server where on both sides, you know, these players are terrifying. Buster holding on to Palace. He's opened the round up, just gets rewarded with the Glock, you know, sits around, waits out his time. Now they're in a 5-on-4. Oh, connected, by the way. There's the barrel. Bye-bye. Another one. Locked in for VP. Feeling good about it now.
Twist closing the distance. Plopsky will be heard on the rotation. They know there's one CT at the very least. 2 USPs have been collected by VİRTUS.PRO, evening the range versus Plopsky and Twist. Very awkward now for Ninjas in Pajamas. Only Kevlar to be lost. No kit on the players who are alive. Not sure if there's one on the site. And now Plotki is very much outnumbered. They'll get there eventually, absorbing the bullets until there's no HP left. VİRTUS.PRO take the pistol round. 11-5. Good way to start the first half. To finish my bear story, the polar bear was playing with the padlock of his cage trying to open it, so I was terrified because they're bigger than cars and they can run faster than you and climb things and swim, so I was ready to trip up a human to save myself.
What terrain can you beat a polar bear on? If it's not trees, ice, water, or land, there's not many trains left.
There is no terrain, that's the problem. There is no survival. You will die.
That's why I like having you here, because you got bear stories, man. You know what I mean? So we're
big up yourself.
Yeah, man. We're into this this little 2-on-4, and it's gotten kind of juicy. You know, it's just these pistols, and it still is just the pistols. And wow, they find the round with just the pistols.
Whoa.
Who knew? 6 on the board for an IP. That's a little more exciting. Now the blood's flowing. Now we're all awake and we're ready to go. And NIP, they're looking to grind their way back into this game. It was never going to be easy, but that's certainly helped out a great deal. Great stuff here as well from Twist. Getting that little double, leaving them, you know, in a significant man advantage in a really good spot. And VP at that point, they've done that thing where, you know, you're just trapped out on a limb at Tetris. Your whole play is just slowed down to a crawl, and now they're onto pistols.
Rez has the same M4 knife part of. Man of taste.
That's a good way to drop in that you're in a howl, James. I like that. Can we show off your skin collection at some point on this stream? I feel like it deserves it.
Do you know what? I used to have, I had a factory new howl I bought a long time ago for $700. And I sold it for $1,100 and thought, yeah, man, I made a profit. But geez, they're like 2K now or something.
Someone back when I first started playing Counter-Strike years ago, I knew this guy got really into skins. He owned a howl. He had one like, you know, it got made, whatever the ultra rare name is.
Contraband.
Contraband, that's it. It got made that, but he owned one before, and he was like freaking out at how much money it was worth. And then 3 months later, he got VAC banned for cheating, and so now he's just got thousands of dollars worth of inventory stuck in his account. But the guy cheated, so fuck him. You know, I think it's as simple as that, really.
Get dabbed.
I quite enjoy
Play stupid games, man. Win stupid prizes. That's the saying.
Thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I quite enjoy it that happens. It's rewarding.
Of course, till this day, still adamant it was his cousin, but don't associate with the guy.
Removed,
Sorry, guys, it was my brother. Haha.
Oh, what was that guy blaming some woman's name? I forgot.
Clara.
Clara.
Yeah.
Damn it, Clara.
Oh my God,
You installed cheats again.
WallHack show up on the stream. Nice. Smart move. What could go wrong? Well, right now, it's Rush B, I'll plant A, and it might actually work. No one's on the site. They've dropped on in. Mollies are good, but the bomb plant's found, and yeah, NIP were playing safe, right? They weren't actually playing in the A site, at least drawn out by some of the B pressure, but no one sat default, no one to stop the plant. That's a good round for VP. They had Glocks and flashes, so money made. And a round saved for NIP. Up to 8. I thought this was going to be a blowout, honestly. So without that force by win, maybe it could have been. But now NIP have really put down the building blocks, laid the foundations to what could be a good game.
And I had something super awesome to say, then I forgot it. No, I ain't got nothing to say. Over to you, Harry.
Over to me, all right. Well, look at this. Nip streaking a couple together. Can they keep the good times rolling in? James now donning this AWP, so things have gotten a little more intense all of a sudden.
What is that molly I was talking about? Over the boxes when the short smoke is up. Actually give you some cover to throw it and limit the map control. Can be a nice response.
This is looking like this is looking like a little A split, right? With this comp play coming in later in the round. And with Plopsky over here in con, Sanji seeming aware of it. They flush Rez out of the connector with that Molotov as well. Plopsky's still here, but on the swing, good for one. There's the trade for Sanji. And now he waits. He's applying a lot of pressure just by being in connector. The rest of the team now try and get in, and that's a big flick from Buster. Oh, Sanji wins his fight in the connector as well. And suddenly you're down to 2 if you're NIP.
It's really rough. Buster will get taken out. There will be a trade which leaves Norkin in 1 versus 3. Bomb has not been planted though. Where does he go with the scope? Focus on default. Kiko and Palace. You hear one falling back towards jungle. Now he's got nowhere to go. Unless he drops a smoke down, which actually gives him a route for escape.
Now what he needs to do here is throw his AWP on bench and pull out his P250 and start taking fights. See,
he would have survived otherwise if he did that.
Now he's giving James an AWP. Look, James got an AWP. How's that fair?
Can't believe he's done this.
12 to 8 though. Big rifle round for VP. As soon as they get the guns back, right, it was only a matter of time. With the bomb plant in the previous round, they get it done on A. Still money for NIP. But this will be their last buy if things don't go right. And then they'll be up against 13. So basically forced to eco, and this game could slip through their fingers.
This is the pick of Ninjas in Pajamas, and that is the pick of Jame in round 21, making it a 5 versus 4. Moving away from the A bomb site now, we can see that Twister's made inroads in B apartments as with the shortcomings in their personnel. Ninjas in Pajamas need info, and they'll get info the hard way. Cold steel into the face. 5 versus 3. Now they're not even in position to be in the same place to potentially save as you may do on, say, an Inferno, where you commit to 1 bomb site together. That may be a slow, painful death unless they can get a multi-frag.
Gotta say, NIP logo, it is growing on me. I was never really that against it at the beginning.
Oh my god, James so ready.
Yeah, filthy shot. They know Plopsky was up here as well earlier. Still not deterred though. Bomb going B. Market smoke going down from Buster, and James flashing A only to keep a player there. They're going to run it, make it nice and loud. Plopsky does have a molly, but needs to win these gunfights, jumping out the apartment, and Plopsky is just playing safe. Might be a save after all here for NIP. In very precarious positions, considering VP are still split to middle. Look at Sanji in connector. Bomb can be planted, no problem. But they're already hunting, and so NIP are going to be hard-pressed to get away with these guns.
I'm excited for Dust 2. Do you guys have a favorite team to watch on any map? Or favorite teams?
I'm trying to think, you know, because we spent a lot of time covering NA, so I'm like a big Furia fan.
Yeah, that's an every map for me, Furia.
Yeah, right. That's the problem, because I was thinking about I was thinking like, what do I like watching them on the most? And then I'm like, I just kind of like watching Furia full stop, you know? Yeah. I'm trying to think as well. Like, I think Mousesport's train is always pretty cool. Like, you know, I like what ropz is capable of over at Pop. I like how Carrigan plays over at Main. But, you know, they're not... It's weird, because while I like that, you know, they're not the most, like, consistent team you've ever seen there.
I'd say VP on Overpass are a really fun team to watch as well on the
that's
CT
a good
side.
shout.
We saw that in that other game the other day. But it's always a pleasure. James, it's not fair, really. It's just so ready. He just, it looks like you're watching a Waller, because he is just Wing to the, he runs down mid, zero fear, W's up to fight the ticket
and then
guy.
scopes ticket,
like,
yeah.
What, you're scoping ticket 10 seconds into the round, and just, yeah, I won't die from short or mid or con or window. Like, smoke was down short, but even so, James, absolute legend of the game, and I hope we have him here for a while. 13-8, and this one is almost done. What about you, James? What team do you like on what map?
I quite enjoy VİRTUS.PRO on Dust 2. I think a lot of teams have absorbed things from the way they play on Dust 2. Obviously, the obvious thing is the smokes towards the A bomb site. Of course, James in mid with the AWP as well catches a lot of players rotating left to right. So that's an easy one. Of course, like a Furia on any map is a given as well. I like the mouse sports call, especially the way they're playing at the moment, which of course is very recent with the current team they have. But yeah, VİRTUS.PRO just stuck out to me. Like, I like looking at things to even absorb for myself as a player as well as a commentator. I think I need more coffee before I can give you a deeper answer than that.
Yeah, I think